Hey Geminis, how's it going? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. If this is your first time checking out Truly Divine's channel, what is up? My name is Amy. If you're returning, welcome back. Definitely a great message for my Geminis for the 1st to 16th of September. So I hope you guys all had a fantastic summer. With that, let's get started. So Oracle card says, malice shit. Malice shit. Oh, bless me. Okay. Malashidi, and it means prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. How awesome is that? This so flows with the reading, guys. So flows. Honestly, as a Gemini, I can honestly say I have felt definitely the shift of energy these last couple weeks, the last month actually. So I don't know if anyone else feels that, but it's like I'm not where I used to be energetically, emotionally. So I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but I do feel like I am definitely being divinely guided, definitely being divinely moved. So that's what I'm seeing right now for most of you, is that you are literally spirits coming through and like literally pushing you right now, like pushing you out of something. It was like you were about to make the same mistake again, and spirit was like, no, not again. And they pushed you. And it was like when they pushed you, it energetically, like, you went, I don't know if this is going to resonate with everyone, but it was like you went through stages of like depression, being like really upset, being like down in the dirt. And then all of a sudden you just climbed right back up. And that's where I feel like myself went. So it's interesting that the positive shift and the divine support is coming through as the first oracle card, because that's exactly what I've been feeling these last couple weeks. So I'm really hoping that this reaches to whoever it needs to reach. But know that if you are feeling that, the energy shift, the energy changes, the energy push, that's spirit pushing you to the right place for the right moment. All right? Because something is coming through in September. All right. So on to your reading, Geminis. Like myself, most of us are at a crossroad right now. Most of us have a lot of decisions when it comes to our relationships, when it comes to our lives, our friends, our family, situations, so much. I know from my own life, my own experience, I've had to literally cut a lot of people out of my life. And it wasn't because I didn't like them. It was because I didn't like how they were treating me. I didn't like how they weren't there for me. And I just got in this moment that when I was down in my guts, the people who I thought were my friends turned out to be the exact opposite. So I made the choice to take a step back. And I feel like what this crossroad is talking about is that you guys may have gotten to this place, because that's what the 7 of Earth talks about. It talks about you being at a crossroad. So you are in this place now where you're starting to see people for who they are. You're starting to see them for for who they are. Like, people are showing you who they are, Gemini, and it's like you're finally listening to it. It may have taken you months, it may have taken you years, but it's like for a lot of you, your eyes are open to a lot of people right now. And it's like, you know what? You're walking away from a lot of people who you didn't think you'd walk away from. But look at you go. You're just like literally got people all lined up on the sides of you, and you're literally like walking in the middle, and it's like you can go, 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 right? Like, it's like you're just cutting ties with everyone. And it's like this mind thinking of, if you're not doing something for me, like positively, if you're not uplifting me, if you're not there for me, it's like you can go. I'm not dealing with this anymore. You can go. And it's like you're literally cutting ties with everyone who doesn't fulfill you. And that's the way it has to be, Geminis. You need to cut these ties with these people, because you've been holding on to things for far too long, thinking that you can make everything work, and it hasn't. It has literally made you really energetically not where you need to be. But now you see these people for who they are, and you're moving away from them. So the crossroads coming through as you needing to realize that the decisions that you've had to make, you had to make them for you, you know. And you got to this point, Geminis, where you're like, you know what? I've got to be my own best friend right now. I got to be the person in charge right now. I can't look to people for validation anymore. I can't look to people to, uplift me. I can't look to people to be there for me, because not everyone is going to be there for you like you are there for everyone, if that makes sense. But that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling Gemini just got to this point where they're like, you know what? I am so done with fake. I'm so done with the drama. I'm so done with narcissists. I'm so done with the toxic situations. Like, I want a clean slate with clean people who have my back, and away I go. And that's what I feel like you are, Gemini. I feel like you're in this place where it's like, for some of you, yes, you're afraid to start over because you're afraid of change. You're afraid of commitment. You're afraid of falling in love again. You're afraid of getting hurt. You're afraid of, the same shit happening again to you, right? But Spirit's coming through and saying, you manifest that. All of these years that you've gone through the same lessons is because you never learned them. Geminis, you've learned a lesson. And there's a cycle that has now completed. And now you open the door to a new cycle. You walk through the door. You close the damn door on the last door. So you walk through the damn door. You let go of something and you walk through this new door, this new opportunity. And it's like, you're laughing. You're happy. You're up. Like, you're higher. I feel like elevation wise, we are higher. Energetically wise, we are higher. We are not where we used to be. And that's just the shift in the last couple of weeks that I can honestly say that I feel. So I don't know about you guys, but it's you guys being in this place of being like, you know what? I don't need anyone who doesn't need me, and I'm going to continue to move forward. And the people that are going to be there for me are going to be there for me. And the people that aren't, well, I'll see ya. Like, you just don't care anymore. And I feel like that's where Geminis need to be. Geminis need to have a backbone for September. So keep moving forward. If you haven't let go of something, Geminis, you need to let go of it, because you're in the state right now where you need to, with the 4 of air coming up, this talks about needing to heal. So meditation is going to be key for you guys for sure, but it's also just, resting your mind, having some quiet times, take some time for you. If people can't understand that you're taking a break, then you need to reevaluate what this person is doing in your life. Because if people don't understand that everyone needs some quiet time, everyone needs some time for themselves, then it's again looking at your surroundings, looking at who you're, talking to, venting to, being around Geminis. It's just very important. A lot of you need to heal. A lot of you your mind is just like on overdrive, right? So it's like getting grounded, getting focused, Geminis, continuing to do what you do, meditate, pray, heal yourself, your mind, body, and soul, because you guys are on the right track. Like, honestly, so on the right track. You are overcoming emotional burdens, okay? By that, I mean, you're starting to find a balance. You're starting to see why those people have left your life. You're starting to see why the relationships have never worked out. You're starting to see that, the situations that you guys have placed yourself in the past, the lessons, you can go back and you can see the lessons that you've been repeating time and time and time. And then you got to this point and you're like, why did this happen again? Right. And it was like, you took a step back. You just took yourself off a market or something. And you started reevaluating. You started seeing it from a different view. And when you did that, you changed the game, Geminis. And I feel like that is the message, is that Geminis have finally changed the game. And you're finally seeing people again for what they're worth. You're finally seeing the worth in yourself. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that deep down, you knew that you didn't love yourself like you should. You knew that you were trying too hard. You knew that you weren't the person that you were supposed to be. And I feel like now you're becoming that. And I think that right there is a beautiful thing, that you're able to love yourself in the single time versus needing to be with someone. And the 3 of water is just talking about that, accepting where you are now, because where you are now today is not where you've been. Even if you go back and look like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I know that I'm not the same today as I was 3 weeks ago. I can tell you flat out that 3 weeks ago I was depressed. I didn't know what was going on, where I was going. I didn't see a light. And I actually was hitting the bottle, to be honest with you guys. I felt like drinking a bottle of whiskey was the answer. And it turns out I got really sick. And it was definitely a wake-up call for me. So that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like so much has gone on the last 3 weeks that we're starting to finally realize that the happiness that we carry, the happiness that we seek, the happiness that we want, it cannot come from other people. The validation that we want, guys, it cannot come from other people. It has to come within us. We have to be our own best friend right now. We have to get ourselves through this. And we will, Gemini. We are so much better now than we were. I'm not saying don't go back down and think about memories. The Six of Water is coming up. So this tells me that you are reminiscing about something. You are going back. You're thinking about a memory. You're thinking of someone. There's nothing wrong with going back and thinking about it, okay? That might help you heal. But don't stay there. There's a reason why this person has left your life. There's a reason why this person's not communicating. There's a reason why this person and you didn't work out. Let go. What else are you going to do? You can stay here and, ponder and be upset about the situation, but you're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to keep yourself stuck. So Spirit's saying, do what you need to do, acknowledge, heal, and let go. Because the doors that you have been closing are making room for the new doors that are opening. And I think that's really great, Gemini. I think that you're in this place where you're so determined now, more than ever, to become the best version of yourself, because we have the messenger of fire, right? So that's talking about being the best version of yourself, Geminis. That's talking about you remaining true to who you really are and what you want, your values, your desires. Maybe you went through a situation for 6 months. You got out of a relationship, a circumstance or something, and you were in a fuckboy situation, or I don't know. And then you finally realized maybe a couple weeks ago when you were in one of your depressed moods or when you're really upset that I don't want this anymore. Like, I want to find someone who wants to be in a committed relationship. And until I find that, I'm just going to stay by myself. And I feel like, Gemini, you're just in a better place right now. I feel like whatever you're feeling at this very moment when you see this video, just know that the doors that are opening for you guys are like the abundance, the blessings, the feelings that I'm feeling right now. It's just such an amazing journey right now. So don't cry over spilled milk. Don't cry for the things that have left your life. Be grateful, be open, be optimistic, be positive, because there's so many great things ahead for you guys, all right? So with that, Oracle card says deep knowing. And it says essential meaning: intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, and hypersensitivity. The oracle message: intuition is the falsity that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source. The consciousness that you are part of a but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're giving information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into the scared dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. Relationship message. There are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly out of nowhere, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time attached indelibly onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. Woo! See, such a beautiful reading, Gemini. Honestly, from the get-go, I felt like, not trying to put my own experience in it, but I can't really not relate to a Gemini reading when I am a Gemini, right? Like, I know that I feel this energy shift. I know something is about to happen. I know people are leaving my lives because that's what it's supposed to do. So it's like, I've been so, in the meditation mode, so praying, all of that good stuff. But now that I'm starting to listen to my intuition, now I'm starting to listen to my gut, things are starting to make sense when they didn't before. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave it there, Geminis. I hope you guys have a fantastic first half of September. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys the second half.